Welcome back, everyone, to another exciting edition of our Rise of the Runelords actual play. We are the Knights of Last Call, coming to you live from Cleveland, beautiful Cleveland, Ohio, where
it's always cloudy and always raining.
As we move into the Halloween season, which is tomorrow, as we're recording this. But today's kind of a different thing for us. So today we are meeting up for an extra long session. We'll probably break this up over maybe an episode or two to make it a little bit more ingestible. But we're hoping that we can get a little bit more done with some extra time on the night's hands.
Yeah, we got here early, and we got here early to start drinking.
Yeah, so we're here early, and we're gonna have a beer.
And it is a Halloween themed beer.
It is a Halloween themed beer. I do apologize. We have not had a beer of the week in a couple weeks.
I think I'm going to like this one.
All right. What do we got?
Nick, Nick brought it.
I brought it.
Nick, showcase us, buddy.
So, Great Lakes Brewing Company, as most of our good ones have come from locally here.
We do like them.
Absolutely. So, this is a Nosferatu Imperial Red IPA.
And more of the sweet artwork from their Imperial line.
Yeah.
Yeah, can we zoom this in or will this look real bad?
No.
He can put it up on screen.
Matt,
put it in a post. Get it out of my face.
It doesn't look good.
I always... You don't like the art?
No, me putting the beer in the camera.
I always go online. I find the art from the website.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, no,
these arts are like legit.
No,
so
they
Matt,
do a great job. Absolutely.
I should say Matt or Nick, both of you. What is a red IPA?
Well, Imperial means it's going to be a higher percentage alcohol, which is not the question you asked.
Nope.
But red, I think it means
choice,
that the malt that they put in there is going to make it. It's going to make a redder color.
Gotcha.
So if we were to pour this into a clear
These are
glass,
like amber ales and red ales are usually my favorite.
Now that's an important question to ask.
Is it red?
No, well, there's a woodworking podcast.
that's the audio.
That was a good one.
Good one.
It worked out better than I thought it was.
That was really good. There is a woodworking podcast. Yeah, cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Happy Halloween.
Well, that's tasty. It's tasty.
Yeah, that's the
That's
kind of beers I usually like.
That's really good.
Could be a little colder.
Yeah, it could
I
be.
plugged in the fridge as soon as I got in.
It was unplugged?
I don't know. It was unplugged.
Oh, we unplugged it for the audio recording. Yeah. What was I going to say?
You just got to chug it.
Yeah.
No, no.
So, it's not my fault this time that the beer of the week was not cold. It was in the
But
fridge.
by episode 2, if you do have a second beer, it will be cold.
Yeah.
Because he has a bunch of them.
What I was going to say.
Woodworking.
Oh, there's
woodworking.
there's a woodworking podcast that I listen to, and they like to crack a beer, like we do, but they always pour it into a glass.
Oh.
They talk about
They're classy.
Its color, texture, cloudiness or whatever. Do you think beer tastes better out of a glass? They argue that it does.
I don't know enough to know that, but I do. I think I'm fancy when I'm drinking out of those different shaped glasses.
Well, I like the regular, just like your normal glass, but I like when you put it in the freezer for a while and it gets real cold, and then you pour your cold beer into the cold glass.
Well, then when you supposed to wear a glove?
No, you're fine.
But that brings up a good point. The shape of the glass actually does make the experience different.
Sure. Well, right, like wine glasses are designed
Correct.
Is it to let the air?
something.
I don't know.
It has to do with exactly what you're supposed to smell, how it's supposed to settle, basically how you're supposed to hold it, and the temperature difference between your hand, like similar to wine glasses. So
Yeah, I mean white wine. That's why they have the
See,
the
I'm
glass
just a redneck drinker.
with this
so-
with the stem. And then that's for white wine because it's usually chilled and you don't want your hand to warm it up, so you hold the stem.
Same
But
thing
then
with
red wine, it's the smaller
Same
one
thing
which
with a
sits in your
martini
hand.
glass, right? So when you make a martini, right, you think of a martini glass, tall thing with a flute, and or a wide flute. And it's because a martini is not served with ice, right? You shake it with ice to chill the drink, but then you don't put ice in the thing, which means it's just as cold as it is when it came out. Nothing else is colding it.
It's only going
So if it was
downhill.
like a rocks glass, all that heat from your hand is going to warm up the drink.
Right.
But because it's a martini glass, it's got that thin stem, there's no heat transfer. It keeps the drink colder longer.
I grab everything like a barbarian, I think. I like grab my martini glass.
I like martinis.
But that's why it will taste a little different depending on the glass you use.
I'll buy from you.
I mean, I got a bunch of beer glasses at home that I was going to get rid of, but I can bring them in.
Yeah.
So another thing we're doing here today is I'm using a different GM screen.
I was wondering, I was going to mention that. Where did this one come
This is the
looks new.
advanced.
Oh, the APG one.
The APG one, yeah. So I decided to pick it up because
It's got Tree Razor on it.
It does have Tree Razor on it. I decided
New WizKid Mini out.
I decided to pick it up because it's very similar to the other GM screen, but it has a lot of the GMG numbers. So it has sort of the DCs by level, the creatures, saves, statistics, damage by level.
Maybe this is the one I should pick up.
And so I think if you are running things a little bit more off the cuff, like I do, and you want to be able to like come up with some impromptu thing like, oh, I'm dropping a bunch of rocks on them. You know, how much damage does that does? This GM screen will help you with that. And I think that's pretty cool.
Why don't we just like put them on top of each other and make this giant?
We could do that.
No,
then we wouldn't see Derek anymore.
Joking.
Wait, that's
but
a
Derek
fair
likes
idea.
his screens low.
Oh yeah, so this was a revolution in Game Master screen design because for over 20, 30 years, GM screens were typically three paneled, number one, and they were attached together portrait.
Mm-hmm. Tall wise.
Right, they were tall. So
like a piece of paper.
Yeah, they're all just portraits at 8.5 by 11. So it was 11 tall, right? So
Yeah,
it was
so it was
like
this way.
it was like this.
Yeah.
You know, and you had three of them. So you had one in front, side, and then they started moving to 4 panels because the games got more complex. But then when they made it to be landscape,
yeah.
not only did you get this extra width, so you could really have a full adventure and a rule book and your dice, but being able to see over
And reach
is just so huge. I don't actually like GM screens.
The one I have at home, the tall one, I have to sit on a bar stool.
Yeah.
So I'm actually higher now just so I can reach over and see.
Yeah, the Legend of Five Rings game I've been playing, the GM screen for that
That's
is
probably the prettiest screen.
it is the prettiest screen ever. But it is it's tall.
Is it tall?
Yeah. And I love them landscape. I love them low.
Yeah.
In fact, if I could have one that's even lower than this, I might even like it lower than this.
Would you be okay with losing information?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I don't use my GM screen a lot, but that's because I'm a huge nerd and I know it all already.
My only
I just
complaint
need to hide
is,
my dice.
is it paints an unrealistic picture where there's like 50 players in this thing against one dragon. Who's got so many party members?
Okay, so that's another.
I mean, yeah, that's 1, 2, 3,
Okay,
4,
well,
5,
that's
6 over
2,
here.
3, 4, 5 or 6, depending on.
I'll give you another
That's
one.
probably the same ones, I assume.
The
maybe.
second edition dungeon, the second edition DM screen had information on this side for the players.
Oh,
That's a cool idea.
interesting.
I did not know that. I know that you or Aaron had clipped things on the outside for like special house rules.
Yeah, that was me.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, but like the old ones used to have information on like all of the
like
arm,
your notes?
Like no,
Like skills that you could use or something like that.
like yeah, it would have like here's what you can do with that like
Exploration
in Pathfinder
stuff.
2, but it would be like here are the exploration actions. Here are what you can do with athletics.
Yeah.
Here's how demoralize works.
Screw art. Give me some
Right.
information.
Screw art. Give me some information. Yeah.
So this art is pretty too.
All right. Well. Well,
Tree
anyway.
razor.
So we'll get into it here. So the last time that we played, episode 25.
We got our asses kicked.
Yeah, that's
Times and
Sums
stuff.
it up.
that
Look,
sums it up.
either win or you learn. And we learned.
But we're still alive.
Or you could TPK because if you're dead, you don't learn
We
anything.
still have that
we're
opportunity.
Yeah, the best outcome that came out of that episode is we are still alive.
If you've been following our combat and tactics series, you know that I'm a firm believer in that the best condition is dead, and I did try the most. To be honest with you, I thought that encounter was going to be a joke. Mathematically,
It turns out it was.
But for the opposite way.
but I asked some of our viewers to take an extra close look at that episode and give us some of your feedback, and I think we agree with everything that was said for the most part.
You guys at home did a good job kind of breaking down some of our faults and makes us open our eyes to when you're playing, sometimes you don't think, and it's nice to get that afterthoughts.
And I'm gonna, I know this isn't a nightlife. This is our AP, but I do want to kind of go off on one little thing here, which is I think it is something to be noted, and I think it's a strength, but I also think it is a weakness of the Pathfinder 2 system, which is this. We were talking a little bit before the camera started rolling. Matt and you were talking about you're like, I'm here to have fun and throw some fireballs and blow up some ogres, And Nick, you're like, look, I got my ancestry feat, I got the cleric dedication, I got a new spell which I've never had before. I wanted to cast it. These are very natural things. People just want to have fun and kick the tires and play with their fun, cool little new toys. But Pathfinder 2 can be a very harsh and unforgiving system. And if you are not playing optimal.
That's what they think. They're like, you're not having fun. Well, they think you are optimally having fun.
I don't want to say it's like the Dark Souls of role-playing games because it's not, but it's like there are some video games that you play that like like if I'm like, oh, cool, like me who hasn't really played a video game in a long time, let alone a first person shooter. I'm like, oh, I want to have fun. I'm going to get online and play some Call of Duty, and then like 0.01 seconds into the game, I'm just dead.
Yeah.
Because you just can't play that casually. It's like, no, hardcore.
Oh, you can play it casually. You play zombie mode.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying. So, the thing about this game is, if you lose focus, even for 1 or 2 rounds, it can really bite you in the ass, and the game will come at you real hard, and suddenly everyone's dead, fleeing, unconscious, dying. Escanor's down a sword, so
fearing for our lives.
Yeah. So I'm going to assume that everyone watched that episode. So I'm going to,
if not, watch it. It's the last one.
If not, watch it. It's a pretty good one. And we're going to pick up where we left off, which was that the group had returned to Turtleback Ferry, and you got, for the first time in a long time, a good solid night's rest. So as a reminder, that means that you guys get back all your hit points, all your stamina.
And that's a lot.
And most importantly, all my resolve.
All your resolve, which is still 4.
Which I need.
As a fun note, resolve is tied to your highest stat, right?
Oh, is that what it's? The ability modifier?
Yeah, it's the ability modifier of your highest stat. So what's cool is next level at 10, you get another set of ability boosts, which means that your 19
I'm going
I'm
going strength.
20. Well, you get 4 of them.
Yeah, but I need 1 in strength because after 18, it's only 2?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, you can only go up 1 on one of those.
After 18, it only goes up 1 at a time. But anything below 18 goes up until 18 goes up 2. But when you get to 20, you'll have a +5, which means that at level 10, you will have 5 resolve points per day instead of 4.
Very nice.
And then you get back all of your focus points, and you get back all of your infusions.
Can make those today.
Reagents.
Yep.
And you get back all your spell slots. So.
We didn't get any more hero points, did we?
No.
In fact, all of our hero points have been wiped out.
For real.
They've been taken away.
Certainly not. And we will apologize now here in advance. Bob is on the trail end of a
sinus infection.
So.
But it's much better.
That's good.
Yeah. I was hacking on the lung the other day.
What I may do if I'm feeling very sadistic and I want to feel horrible about myself is I can look in your waveform when I see like a, like a huge cough spike, and I can just go and try to cut that out. So.
No, what I'll do is I'll probably pull away.
All right.
And hopefully help everyone.
No one wants to see Bob anyways. It's fine. All right. But despite their nice, relaxing, finally, night of sleep.
Look, the dam is broken.
Something has happened at the dam.
Freaking out.
And as you awake early the next morning, shouts of alarm and confusion spread throughout the town. You hear voices screaming. You hear people running around, the sound of boots clodding on the wooden floor, doors being slammed open, panicked voices. Expert heroes all. You respond quickly, and as you sort of move from your bed, you see a disquieting sight. The small window which shows out from your door, the town is flooding.
Dun, dun,
the Skull River is even now beginning to overlap its banks.
Oh boy.
A great deal of debris, trees and other large bits of flotsam and jetsam are sort of washing in as this massive wave of water has swarmed down the Skull River, entering into the narrow and shallow clay bottom lake, with Turtleback Ferry crouched right on its edge. All right, what do you guys do?
I'm sure it'll be fine. Who wants breakfast?
Oh my gosh. I would. I don't know if it's. I assume we care about some of these people in town, and should we help them? Or get to the. Is the ferry? The ferry's still there. It's just no. Did it ever return?
No, it did not return.
So we have no way to get out of this town.
No. Well, there's no main. When you say ferry,
like the boat that we traveled
that we
in,
took in to come in.
That boat is not here. But remember, there was a series of docks. Remember, they had the boats that were big turtle shells flipped upside down.
We get those things. Get everyone on those to survive.
There's a lot of people in this little town.
How many people?
You would say that there's at least a couple hundred.
Oh, I mean, can we start the whole? Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, get to the turtles.
What happens then?
I don't know. Hopefully that at least you ride the wave. or you get sucked down river without any. I don't know if life preservers are around in this day and age.
They're definitely not.
So unless we got some good swim speed.
If I were to
Where's higher ground?
estimate how long before we're in immediate?
I mean, minutes probably.
Oh,
Do we know where higher ground is besides back up the mountain?
Yeah, you would have to head back up away from the. I mean, basically, you just need to head away from the riverbank, right, to get as high as
Where
you
do the
can.
people look like they're going?
Well, you're inside the inn, so.
Oh well, I'm up now. If I'm hearing people screaming,
We're up, we're grabbing our stuff, and
Putting
we're
my
heading
gear on.
outside to head out to higher ground.
What gear
then.
are you putting on?
chainmail.
All right, how long does that take to put on?
I assume 10 minutes.
I don't know how long it takes to put on. Actually,
I'm just guessing.
there's no time. I run out
This
naked.
APG's player screen doesn't tell you how long armor is to put on. Terrible.
It's very common.
I sleep in my plate mail, so I'm good.
No, you do not. Do you?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. This is a big thing of mine, and Derek knows this. You do not sleep in your armor unless told, and if you did, you wake up like fatigued.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It would be
It
no
is
good.
yeah.
How would one sleep in their armor?
I would totally sleep in my armor.
Well, I sleep in my armor, which is to say I don't have any armor, so I just sleep
Fair
in
enough.
my shirt.
You're covered.
There is a feat that lets you sleep in armor, and I am all about taking it in Aaron's the Astonishing Tales campaign that we're playing differently. Where's my armor?
Quick question: can badgers swim?
Does it have a swim speed?
If he doesn't have a swim speed, no, but he can make athletics checks to swim.
Oh, he'll be all right. Oh shit, it's athletics. Oh, I'm fucked.
He doesn't have a good athletics?
No, me.
Oh, yeah.
I have a -1. Straight.
5
Although I did
minutes
take
to do
athletics.
medium.
There you go.
So less than I thought. It's only 5 minutes to medium or heavy. Wow. So yeah, 5 minutes.
Now, why are you putting on your armor?
The premonition from last episode said the Black Magga is swimming in this thing.
Right, because the town is flooding. I don't. It's weird that you would want to put heavy armor on.
Well, medium armor.
Well, still
I have
chainmail.
heavy armor.
Still chainmail.
Well, I
me
mount
think about
Bucky
it.
and I start running around telling everyone to the high ground.
All right, so Burl makes it out of the inn first, and the village of Turtleback Ferry is drowning.
I yell, "Follow me!"
The muddy, surging waters of the Skull River tear through the center of the community to fill Clay Bottom Lake with terrible, terrible fury. Many of the buildings that once sat comfortably on the river's banks are already flooding and in danger of collapsing from the nearby rushing water. You see a group of children and a woman huddle aboard one of the old turtle shell ferry boats. The tiny, flood-bashed vessel has lodged up against one of the buildings and is stuck there by the rampaging current, threatening to capsize at any moment. Beyond, the town's church stands solid, its foundations already 3 feet deep in rising floodwaters. It looks like a good number of people had made their way to the solid stone multi-story structure. Frantic movement you can see visible in the upstairs window of the town church/town hall as townsfolk trapped inside rush about in a desperate attempt to save scriptures, comfort the sick, and pray for deliverance.
All right, F the mail. I'm gonna go help that turtle shell.
All right.
I say I'll walk over, or I'll go over there and help you get the turtle shell free as well.
All right. Well, as I said, so if you can imagine, there's like a small, like maybe 1-story building. The floodwaters are rising. It's almost about to probably overtop the building. They're in an upside down turtle shell, and it's basically being bashed up against the side of this
How
building.
much hardness does a turtle shell have?
It's reasonably.
Can I hit it with my maul and not break it?
Why would you hit it?
I want to
move it.
I want to hit it.
You're not attacking it.
You could just push it.
Well, I don't want to break it.
Well, you
So
could-
then you push it.
I just feel like I could really get some momentum.
You just
want to
use the damn maul
Wait a
for
second.
everything.
You're gonna swim through the water with your maul?
oh, you guys lost all your equipment.
swim through the. You're talking about. I don't want my maul to go away. That's destiny. F the chainmail.
Maybe it is destiny for you to lose your maul and save this city.
The inn we were in.
Yeah.
We were on the first floor.
Yeah.
No,
Is there a second floor?
I mean, yeah.
for now.
Put my maul on the second floor.
Okay.
You think you're gonna come back for it? You think that building's gonna be there?
There's a better chance of that than me swimming with it and then on the first floor.
Okay, as somebody who had already lost their weapon,
Yeah.
don't
Yeah,
do it.
I don't want to lose my weapon.
Then don't. I'll save the kids if it means that
but
much.
what about the other kids?
There's only one set of kids.
No,
What the
there's some
fuck are you
people in
talking
the
about?
other building that
They're-
couldn't get out.
Well, the other
They're
kids.
in the stone structure on multiple levels where it's
Oh, so
solid.
it's okay for them?
They're running around saving scriptures. I think they're not in dire need of it.
And praying for deliverance.
They're not going to save everyone. I don't know.
All right, well, Burl, so as you sort of assess the situation, you see that the flood now, of course, the flood is worse the closer you get down to the shore of the river and the lake.
Right.
And remember that the town hall is built right there against the edge of the lake. But again, it's the only real sizable stone building in town. But nonetheless, there are people trapped in the floodwaters. You're going to try to reach them?
Yeah, I'm going to put my ball in the second story, and then I'm going out.
All right. Well, Bob, I'm going to have AZS make an athletics check.
This is my best thing.
To see if you can swim through these rampaging floodwaters to reach these kids and this woman.
31.
Well, that is good enough. All right.
I was going to insurance it, but I felt like it was good enough.
The DC is 26.
I could have insured it.
You swim through rampaging floodwaters as the massive barbarian easily cuts through the water and begins making his way to the trapped children and women on the Turtleback Ferry boat. Matt, what is Burl going to do?
So as I am riding Lucky,
Yeah.
charging towards it, and it takes maybe 20 seconds or so to get there, which is more than enough time for me to cast haste and enlarge person on myself.
Oh, nice.
So
Nice.
I know I'm a small character,
Right.
but I still think that makes me large.
It does.
Okay, so I'm gonna. No, what's that?
You could also turn yourself into a water form, right?
Oh, I forgot I had that spell.
Good save.
Oh, yeah.
And you can also do air as well. So
Hey, Nick knows Burl better than
I'm gonna cast elemental form and turn myself into water, but I'm also gonna enlarge, unless this makes me large. I don't think so.
with that form, it just turns you into water, right? That doesn't actually have control over it, does it?
What do you mean control over what? Your form?
No, the
I can't.
other
I'm
water.
not like a water mage.
No, he
okay.
doesn't become like a hydromancer. or something
That's
like
what
that.
I was. Okay.
No. It
Like he couldn't control the floodwaters and move it
Yeah,
around.
no.
and stuff
So
like
in
that.
retrospect, yeah, air. I'm going to turn into an air elemental.
Okay.
And I guess I don't care about a large. So just.
All right, so you're unlucky, and then suddenly you become a swirling mass of wind and cloud and vapor.
With my
He still
fly
looks
speed
like
of-
Burl, but like cloud version of Burl.
And I have an 80 feet fly speed.
Wow.
That's wow. Yeah.
So I'm gonna zip in.
Save the damn kids.
Faster in the air than on land.
I was saying,
Oh, very much faster.
Oh yeah, very
Twice
much
as fast.
faster.
so he could have saved the kids.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm going, baby.
So you gave up Destiny for nothing.
All right, so
We'll
Just
be
on the
back.
second floor.
All right,
I could fly
so-
back and get Destiny.
That's big.
I will pick up
You'll be
Destiny as I'm
clumsy
still
one.
in
As
the end.
Nick, what is Escanor doing?
I will pick up Destiny because I also can carry a bunch of weight with me. So I will pick up Destiny for you so we don't lose it in the flood. Because I know that's going to happen. We're going to leave the inn and
We
it's
have
going
no
to
weapons left.
swished away into the
Well,
lake.
thank you, sir, but I must save the kids.
All right,
That's
so
fine.
you're
You already
swimming
did.
through the water, brave, and then all of a sudden you see Burl just streaking overhead, and he gets there first. All right, Matt. So you are flying overhead, and you can see below. There's about half a dozen school children,
I don't
and
know
they're
what you're gonna do as an air elemental. Can you push things?
He can.
of course
li-
he can.
Yeah, everything else is normal. So
Everything
like
else is normal.
I get a
that's
boost in
fantastic.
AC, temporary hit points, dark vision, which I already had. And then I can also acrobatics or my acrobatics is a plus 20 modifier.
Well, can I detour then towards the other people that are in the?
Yeah, I mean,
concrete
I could be
building?
going towards the other one, or
Yeah, why don't you go towards them? Let me knock this.
yeah, I mean, we could
shell
be
loose.
we could be going to
Yeah.
we could split to the two.
Well,
yeah.
what would you like to do? You have 80 foot. You can pretty
I'll
much
go to the
get-
farther one one
Okay.
that's farther away.
Great.
So you're
Yeah.
going to go to the
stone one
the
with the-
stone
yeah.
chapel.
All right. So as you continue making your way, and Burl, you kind of zip off towards the other end of town to the stone chapel. All right, Azius, you swim through the flood waters.
Yes.
And you finally reach the boat, and
Yes.
the people on there are, screaming, and
Yep.
the boat is rocking. Is not
It's
only
hitting the
just
building,
not
right?
only- not only are the waves and the water rushing against it, but bits of debris, logs, branches are smashing up against it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna grab onto the building like a window, right?
Yep.
And then I'm gonna like kind of kick my leg out and kind of try to kick them out because I'm pretty strong.
All right. So you're basically going to try to wash them away downriver.
Yeah,
You're
but
sending
safely
them-
on a
All right.
turtle.
I'm just
You're
making sure.
sending that. You realize
What
you're
else are they gonna do?
I don't
you want me
know.
to take them off and
What is
like?
he going to do? Have him on his back? I don't think
Well,
he
no,
can.
no,
All right,
not that, but-
Azius,
No, I think that's a good move. Yeah.
Athletics check. The DC is going to be 26.
Because
Oh, this
yeah,
is gonna be easy.
Nick, once they're down the current.
27.
All right. With a few rippling tugs, the massive dwarf barbarian dislodges this massive turtle shell, which is like the size of an automobile, and like breaks it out from the side of the house, and like like if you've ever done whitewater rafting,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
of.
you like hit the rock and then you kind of like spin around it and get shooken up, and then it kind of spins away and starts.
They don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing that I
You
did
just
that.
sent them into the middle of a lake.
Yeah. But at least
Well, that's
they
good
won't-
though, and yeah, because once you get downstream, it's going to eventually slow down.
Exactly.
That's true.
Exactly.
That's true.
Or we don't know what
Now-
the level 5 rapids down below.
Yeah, maybe a big cliff.
Until the Black Magga eats them, but you know what?
So
That's fine.
they're still panicked and screaming. I think Bob, very good, gaining hero point.
Yes,
All right, now
we are
Matt,
on the board.
you zip over to the stone building, the town hall, the town chapel. You can see that there's maybe as many as 30 people inside who have all moved to the upper stories because the bottom level is beginning to flood. And as you kind of zipping over, you can see amongst them is the mayor of the town, Malin Shreed, who like kind of runs to the window and he goes, "Burl, is that you? Burl."
Yes. I don't know why it sounds like a ghost.
It's a Halloween episode.
It's Ghoul Burl.
It's cool, bro. Bro, cool.
Please help us. We have precious documents, the town's religious items. Please.
They're not heavy, are they?
I mean, some of them. Can you help get us? Can you get us out of here?
Yeah.
But we won't leave without our precious relics.
All right. Well, let's get you out of here first, and then I'll come back for the relics.
Is that a deception check?
No, I'll do the best I can to come back for the relics, or grab them and let's go.
I was like, can you enlarge yourself? Does that increase any stats to carry or anything like that?
Well,
Any strength?
so it unfortunately with the air, it only affects my acrobatics. If I would have chose earth or fire, it would have been a strength instead, athletics. So acrobatics.
You're really nimble.
But I do have a 10 athletics check. It would be 11, but my -1 strength really hurts it down.
Yeah, that does hurt down. But you can still you're strong enough that you, even as a gnome, but you're an adventurer, and you with your strength, you can still carry like a child.
I'll grab a child.
Remember, you're not that big.
But I'm also 80 feet, so I could like grab someone, take them to the boat, come back, or
Well, do you move slower with a child?
No,
You're
it's
encumbered almost.
No,
my
he's
athletics check. We'll have to see, but I can,
Okay.
Yeah, he's not encumbered.
So I'll just hopefully.
All right, so
go
you
back
begin
and forth.
seeing Burl basically like Superman, just like zipping in. Kind of, they're like giving him children and stuff like that, and he's zipping them away back to the other side of town.
And while I'm at the peak, real quick, I look towards the torrent of the river coming down.
Ooh, man,
Do I
make
see
a perception check.
All right,
Ooh, good
good
call,
call.
sir. Good call.
32.
Wow. All right, Matt. Wow. You notice that entering in from the river seems to be a massive, huge, dark, maybe even black tree. It's larger than any piece of debris ever. It must have been a truly gigantic, almost like a redwood-sized tree branch that's being swept now down into the river. You can see it.
I'm out and in the river.
You can see it kind of floating around, but then very, very, very disturbingly, you suddenly see it submerge.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's not a log.
Do I see any reflections, like a metallic thing? Do I see a sword, perhaps, flowing down the river back to where?
A potential flaming longsword?
No.
Good try though. I
So
appreciate
I'll
the
yell
effort.
out. I'll yell to the guys saying, "Oh, it's coming!"
It.
Yeah, the Black Magga. It's good.
Yeah. It's
All right. And true to his word, as the floodwaters continue to pour through the town, suddenly a massive serpentine head emerges from the banks of the river and the nearby clay bottom lake.
I'm going back to Escanor. 'Cause he's got
40,
my maul.
50, 60, maybe 100 feet of neck stretch out of the water like a gigantic, Nessie, with a massive serpentine draconic head. His neck curls down and enters into the water. But there, instead of like a gigantic snake, instead enters into a strange, almost octopus-like body with rivaling tentacles.
Ursula?
Like the bottom is like Ursula.
That's what I'm envisioning.
We have a Disney parent here.
Hey.
It's like Ursula. She's like,
No, not an octopus or a squid. No, Ursula.
Yeah.
You talking about Ursula?
I'm like, the bottom part of it is more like an octopus, sort of a strange amorphous body with 8 separate tentacles. Oh, like Ursula. Yeah. No, like an octopus.
Like the
I'm on the same page.
like the horror. What's the horror stories with the big like Emrakul, like the
Yeah, like an Eldrazi.
yeah. What there's a something horror.
I don't know this.
Chthonic, Cthulhan.
Cthulhu horror. Yeah,
Cthulhu-
one of those big.
Cthulhu.
I was thinking of
Demony-
a Kraken or something
yeah.
like that.
Cthulian. Yeah, so, but basically this thing is a monster, a horrible, weird tentacle, snake, evil death monster.
Does it
Hope
appear
that-
hostile?
I hope that river just keeps taking it down, but not to that turtle boat that I
I was
picked
gonna say,
down.
is it going towards
All
down
right.
the lake where you sent those women and children?
How far-
I'm
Women
going
and
back to
children?
you because
How far
you told
away?
me it's coming.
Probably like, well, you saw it kind of submerged, but it was heading right for the town.
Okay.
And so, by your estimate, it could be here in as little as like 30 seconds or a
my
minute.
gosh.
Remember, you're up
God.
high. You know.
All right, we got a couple turns. We got a couple rounds.
Right.
here.
Turns. Yeah, I'm going back to Escanor, who has my maul.
So you because you got everyone
I
into
gotta
the
swim.
turtle. You got everyone into the
I
boat.
kicked them free.
They're good. Okay.
I mean, we think they are.
Well,
we don't know if they're good, but they're not banging.
They're not
against
here with the Black Maggas coming.
All right. So Azius and Escanor, you heard Burl's warning. You're back. You have your maul. What do you guys want to do?
So I'm thinking this thing's gonna come into town, right? So
Now, you only know the legends of the Black Magga.
Correct.
But it is supposedly like one of the original children of the mother of monsters, Lamashtu. Like one of her primordial monsters.
Sounds
that
like something ridiculously
like she
difficult.
created in the beginning of time.
we really are going to die today. Last week was the teaser.
Burl, where are you floating off to? Come back.
Fucking I'm gone. See you guys.
Well, first thought
Like
is
80 bitches.
I think we should get out of here.
Well, so there's two things. It's coming into town.
Well, I haven't
The
saved
town-
everyone
the town-
yet. Too.
He's gonna be freeing, but yeah, but you're up high. You could just be like, okay, I saved everybody I could. Sorry.
See ya.
Can I have that hero point back?
No, I mean, I'm not saying I would. I'm saying he could.
Can you remove hero points for villainy actions?
But my thought is we could go either we go up high, like on the building,
well, that was gonna say is
or get out of town.
Keep talking.
The water is at basically the first level, like it's submerged first level.
I'm
right?
swimming in it.
You and I are not going to potentially be able to strike this thing.
Yeah, we either have to go up high or get out.
Yes.
Well, if I cast enlarge, maybe I could carry you guys around.
Oh, so you could cast enlarge. I could just.
Oh yeah,
Trudge through the
you guys
water.
could just
And
trudge through
enlarge
the water.
isn't really going to help your. I mean, it'll help your carrying capacity a little bit, I guess, but it'll still be a little awkward for you to be flying around with the two of them in your hands.
Burl, air elemental, enlarge.
I'm
flying
thinking
around.
if this thing is some kind of like. I can barely handle 2 ogres. If this thing is anything that I'm thinking it is, some kind of crazy demonic.
Oh, it's gonna be huge. We have to get
I
high
think we
ground.
get out of town.
That's what I'm saying. If we get up,
We take the high ground like leaving town, not like get on. I was thinking high ground of
So
building.
if we leave town, that thing is going to go straight towards the riverbank.
The
and
town.
And it's going to go towards.
yeah, the people are going out of here. They're leaving.
Did Burl save everybody?
No, he's in the midst
not
of
even close
saving.
to it.
I
But-
saved one
so
kid.
it's-
But Burl, you've saved a couple. But
couple
Burl,
kids.
as you kind of go back for another round, this time as you sort of grab up a kid, you now see the dark shape of the sort of serpentine. You can see now it's like the long, sinuous neck, and then it kind of almost like a squid is like pushing through the water
It's
with
swimming.
with its tentacles kind of flinging out and then snapping together. It seems to be making a beeline straight for the shore, right next to the church, the stone church.
So it's going to probably attack those people at the church.
Well,
is
let's
what I'm saying.
think a second. So why
That's
is
where
it
you're,
going?
that's where you're at. You're at the church.
Yeah, the church with the religious artifacts. So let's wonder for a second, why is it trying to go to the church? Maybe there's something that in the church with those religious texts or something that might be able to like
people.
ward off.
No, people. It wants to kill.
there are a lot of people there.
It
There are a lot
wants
of people.
to eat. It's hungry.
Burl, Burl, should we help you or get out of here?
All right. Well, as I'm flying around saving kids,
Yeah.
I'll talk to the person, the guy who wants me to save his.
Matt, gain a hero point.
Oh, thank you. The guy who's interested in saving the religious texts
mayor.
and artifacts.
Yeah, the mayor, Malin Shreed.
Mayor Shreed. I say,
And at this point, though, you see several people have like stopped, and
they've
just
seen
like,
it?
no,
Save me, I don't care about this
no,
shit.
they're like they've like
They jumped out.
they like it's almost they've like given up. They're just like,
Oh.
no, it's come. The creature of legend, the destroyer of worlds, the Black Magga is here.
Is there anything you could do? Have you any magical religious spells that could keep it at bay?
We're a little dirt water village. No, the force, it was too much. No, some of them begin dropping to their knees, praying for salvation. A few others you see like are basically just go up. Let the floodwater take me.
Oh my
It's better than
gosh.
the
Black Magga.
Black Magga. But there are still probably 24 people in the church when
shoot.
the floodwaters surge up at the bank as a massive sort of wave of water comes up like a big bubble and then splashes down as the Black Magga sort of hurls its mass kind of half out of the water, half into the water, right onto the bank. And you can see that while about, half of its massive octopus bottom is sort of still submerged into the lake, its sort of upper half is sort of grabbed up onto the bank with its massive tentacles sort of rippling out, grabbing onto trees and docks, ripping things down into the water, and then like an ancient god, its huge neck emerges, sort of, towering over the buildings as it begins thrashing into the stone building.
Burl, I don't think we should be here anymore.
So you're just gonna let those people die?
They have given up.
I don't care if they gave up or not. You're just gonna let those people die?
Escanor, what is Escanor? Or Nick, what does Escanor do?
Escanor.
We gotta go in. We gotta try and save those people. It is my duty to Iomede to
There you
help
go.
out
Nick,
people
gain a hero point.
to help those people. So you and I have to. I'm going to the stone wall,
I'll
man.
follow you.
All right, Bob.
I guess we start swimming over.
Gain half a hero point. I don't know.
Half a hero point.
If there's another chance to gain a half hero point, I will round up to 1.
Yeah. What are the rounding rules in Pathfinder?
yeah,
Is it round
so-
up or round down?
Yes, rounds down. But so as you begin making your way,
I assume we're swimming.
well, actually, no, you're actually
Rooftopping it.
no, like even as you kind of start getting closer to it, like the water is probably like hip
Dying
deep.
down.
Oh, it's receding. Okay.
It does seem to actually be receding. And by the time you make it, which is about maybe 30 seconds later, a quick sprint across town.
Okay.
The water is now pooling around your ankles, so it's almost like that. It was like a wave, a surge that came downtown.
So the dam broke, just let go of everything,
Well-
and it's all been kind of.
You're not a master of it, but you don't think that the dam completely broke. Maybe just a part of it did.
This thing just kind of broke through
Oh, so
it.
it sort of lowered the level.
You got it.
Oh,
Exactly,
okay.
exactly.
Okay.
And this was like that initial release.
Burst of it.
So it means because you think that if the dam had completely broken, this whole area would be completely
That's
underwater.
what I.
You'd be
Okay.
well, yeah, no, and you were right to think that.
Yeah.
But you can
We'd
see
be
now.
done.
That being said, the Black Magga has spent the last couple of rounds like taking its tentacles and smashing into the side of the stone building. Now, this is a stone building.
We are
There's
gonna die.
hundreds of hit points, high hardness. But the creature is taking out massive chunks, and then you cringe as you hear a scream as one of the tentacles kind of rips into the side of the building, tears out a chunk of it. Another tentacle rips in, grabs a townsperson, pulls him out, and then he squeezes, crushing him as the man screams and lies to death. And then the creature kind of lets out a Godzilla like, and then its neck kind of arches back down and breathes out a dark, toxic cloud, kind of billowing gas all around the building. And you hear people inside screaming and yelling.
Are you just floating above this? I assume.
Well, you're getting the good look, but
Yeah. Well, how long
you
would
get
you
the
say?
mayor out at least?
How long would you say I've been flying?
I would say probably almost a minute.
Okay.
What's the duration? Of your spell?
1 minute.
Yeah. So you probably have a couple rounds left.
Okay. Well, I'll try to get closer to the ground so I don't fall.
That's correct. All right. So Burl starts kind of heading down to the ground as you guys kind of join up, and we're going to do this theater of the mind because it's this massive kind of creature and beast. It's this ancient horror of time. But the creature, it doesn't even really seem to register or acknowledge you, as it seems to be mostly focused on smashing this building to pieces.
Yeah, we are gnats on the wall.
And ripping out the people inside of it and just killing them and eating them. So,
Look,
initiative.
they're all dead. Let's just get out of here.
All right, lose that half hair.
No, my.
All right, everybody roll your initiative.
Okay.
Go on, man.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right. The Black Magga got a 30.
For the people at home, we got a 31 for Asius.
Hey, same for me.
Nice.
Nice.
35,
35.
Escanor?
Oh,
Good.
wow.
I rolled a
All right.
net 20.
Oh, well, very good. Escanor with a 35, Burl and Azius each with a 31. So everyone's going to go first, which kind of makes sense. I mean, this thing is this massive, ancient
It doesn't even
cyclopean.
notice us.
Yeah, this ancient cyclopean beast. And but Escanor, you're up first. So, I'll say that, remember, we're not using our minis here, but, you are close enough that if you wanted to take 2 strides in, you could technically be up close to this thing.
So I'd have to take two strides to get close enough to it.
Unless your speed is 50.
No, 25. So absolutely not.
Yep. And Burl, you're kind of like hovering like a few feet above the ground.
Yeah, just enough that the fall damage will
Yeah, I
kill
got
me.
you.
All right, so I'm gonna do see. I don't even know what a recall knowledge check. Figure out what. I'm assuming that this thing's fort DC is gonna be pretty high.
Well,
I think a recall
assume so.
knowledge is a good idea.
But I would look for more like either the saves or the
Weaknesses,
weaknesses,
yeah.
immunities,
All right,
stuff
so
like that.
I'll-
If there's
I'll-
anything we can hit it with.
I was gonna say I'll do a recall knowledge to see what it's.
So
So you move twice?
No, because
Oh, you're recalling nudging first?
what does recall knowledge doesn't have a range, does it?
No, it's just an action.
Right.
Yeah,
So
As long as you can see it.
Just an
Or
action.
know
okay.
that it's
So
happening.
real quick before you go, let's
Okay.
take a look at the initiative order, and we see that all 3 of us are going before
Yes.
Black Magga.
correct.
So that's
And
something
we're,
to keep
and
in
we're like
mind.
100 feet away
so,
from it.
So the reason why I'm
No,
asking is
you're 50 feet away from
Oh,
it.
50 feet
Yeah.
away. You're right next to it.
I'm
He's
somewhere.
as close as he wants to be. His speed's 80.
Okay. You're about.
well, the reason why I'm asking is because like I don't want to try to demoralize it if it has a huge fort save.
I think
You mean
so.
will save.
Will save, yeah.
As a point, I think that recall knowledge is a good idea.
Okay.
I just want to make sure we're taking a look at what we got going.
No, and
here.
that's why is because like I'm probably not going to be able to hit this thing with my regular longsword that was given to me last time because I lost my good one.
Thank you, Black Arrow.
Yeah. So my thought process was to recall knowledge to figure out what save is best, to also help you to figure out what spells to use because you're probably going to be the ones hacking slacking at this sucker.
Right. Now, the only problem is this is an ancient creature of legend.
So
right?
we're
This
probably
is-
not going to know much
So-
about
Well,
it.
its
then.
DC might be high. To
That's the
find out
DC might be
knowledge.
high because it's not right. The part of the recall knowledge DC is how rare is this creature. If
a
it's
good
like if it's
point.
something, if it's a common everyday, oh, it's
It's
an
not
orc,
gonna
it's a
make a big
troll, it's
difference.
an ogre. You've seen one ogre, you've seen them all.
You can also delay.
But this is the prime opportunity, though, to not delay because of the fact that Burl's going next, right?
Well, the only thing
So
I'm
if I
saying is
can
he
demor-
doesn't see us, but that he could, or he or she could turn around and just kill us in a second.
That's why I'm trying to
Yeah, but if you-
produce some of his stuff.
Bob, how you have little faith, Bob. You are a level 9 barbarian.
lose that half hero point.
and I think you've got the right plan.
I
think
I
that
love
makes
recall
sense.
knowledge.
All right,
I
I'm
just
gonna-
don't want to leave us.
No,
leave us.
I am going to recall knowledge then,
Okay.
and that would be I don't know. Would that be a religion check? Because
It could be because this is an ancient creature of Lamashtu. I
Okay.
would totally agree with you on religion. In fact, I'd even say religion's probably the skill that would have the lowest DC.
Okay, I'll go with religion because that's 13 for me. So
Okay. 20.
20.
That is not high enough.
Wait, does he learn anything?
He's going to be lied to by Derek.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have to lie to him.
Wait, was it a critical fail?
It was not.
Oh, I'll tell you.
Oh, they don't have to lie. I just
yes.
don't get anything there. right?
Alas, all that you know of the Black Magga is that it is a obviously extremely powerful and ancient being and capable of devastating attacks and crushing through pretty much anything. So
I don't know. I'm trying to think of intimidation and demoralizing would be the right thing to go then.
That and putting your shield up.
Yeah. All right. I will.
Because you don't want to move away from us.
No, I'm gonna attempt attempt to demoralize it then.
go for it. DC 29.
31.
Oh, shoot.
All right. Well,
Good roll.
Yep. You put a frightened 1 on the creature.
Okay.
As
Sweet.
Escanor. Now this is one of those situations where you have to imagine that this is happening, right? It's not Escanor going like, "Aha, villain!" No, this is like Escanor strides forward and like he's a beacon of light.
Yeah, I was thinking
in the
gleaming.
darkness, gleaming. And then,
Iomeda surges through me, and a bright glimmer of hope
right.
shakes it.
And
to
this
its
is like more
boots.
like almost like a be gone, creature of darkness. I am a servant of justice. You will not longer defeat these people. I am a servant of Iomede, and I will defeat. So it's this more it's this holy wrath. It's this like divine justice, and the creature is frightened.
Love it.
Absolutely.
All right, you have one more action, Escanor.
I am going to. Let's see. You guys are. You're gonna move for sure.
I assume I'm going to be I don't know. We'll find out.
I mean, the creature's frightened. So
The creature's frightened. What I can do during my turn is rage and sudden charge. Is that
that is
three
also
action?
that is true.
That is.
And I have enough
that
to
is
get
true.
there
All right,
and hit
so
it. But then I am 50 feet from you guys, or at least from you. I don't know where you're at. You're sort of hovering.
What
You're
is your
about to
range of
fall.
your spells?
Oh,
Can you
can-
hit that where you're at?
Yeah.
Well, some of his spells have range 30, and some of his spells have range like 400.
500 feet for
It's like
yeah, fireball.
like really far.
That's a good point. Okay. I'll stride in then 25 feet.
Okay, so you begin moving in. All right.
Yes.
Burl, your action.
All right.
This down.
Radio silence.
Is
Yeah,
he,
drop. This is the best kind of radio.
he's not a fiend or undead?
Oh, do you want to recall knowledge?
Well, we don't know. We don't know if we don't think he's undead. But
Look, what we know is it's the Black Magga.
All right. Well, my first action, as he sees this small, airy, flying creature around, I'm going to just try to make a regular intimidation act. I know that with the hopes of.
Well, he's already frightened 1.
Sorry for one.
we can't increase
You
that.
cannot increase that.
Unless
Unless you critical.
You could frighten it 2, but you
then
can't add to it.
But then you'd have to crit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know. So what I'm going to do is I am going to hit him with the searing light.
Okay.
Is that 2 actions?
It is 2 actions.
Okay.
Yeah. And it is range attack spell.
Okay, great.
So plus
Don't forget to stand, Mike.
plus 16.
Oh,
30 even.
nice.
All right, you got a 30 to hit, and that is a hit.
And it is light and holy.
All
and
right.
it will deal an extra 5d6 if it is a fiend or undead.
It does have the outsider type, so it is a fiend.
Oh, Outsider's
Nice.
a fiend? I've never heard of Outsider.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
So that's
Never heard of it.
10d6, which I don't have enough.
Oh.
how many?
many
You need some. You want to borrow some DM dice?
2 more.
Oh,
2
the
more.
DM dice are the best dice. Those are the ones that roll hot.
Those are the loaded dice.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have any good video of this?
The battle mat cam.
All right. Yeah.
Throw it.
Throw it up in the
right
middle.
No. You put the dice tray.
Ah.
And then
Right there.
Nick,
Yeah, right there's good. Oh, yeah, move it closer, a little bit closer that way.
It might
Right
be
there.
actually, it's probably out of focus there.
No, it's
It
actually
looks pretty
decent.
good.
Okay. Well, Matt, there you go. There's your
I want
target.
it in there.
Let's go, Matt. Ooh.
All right. What do we got?
I see some good
All
ones.
right.
Only 2 bad ones.
We're ending up here as Burl, in his airy, swirling form, zips upward into the air and then grows to a blinding piece of light as the searing light spell ripples forth.
21.
21 damage?
Is that right? 5. No, wait. Sorry. 10, 20, 30 plus 6. 36.
And did you include your dangerous sorcery?
I did not.
What level spell was that?
That is a 4th level spell.
So add 4.
3rd level spell.
So at 3.
So 39.
39. All right. As
All
the
right.
creature is struck with a beam of energy that seems particularly potent, as this creature bears with it the evil mark of Lamashtu, and thus is a fiend. The creature burns as the searing light carves out a kind of hole in the side of the creature's massive neck, and the creature, for the first time,
Looks at us.
swings its
How
massive
much more damage
neck.
did it do?
He
Did you-
did it all.
Oh, because it was a fiend, he got to add more dice.
Otherwise, it would have been 5d6.
Understood. No,
And then-
I'm on the same page.
And then with my 1 action left, I'm going to command Lucky from far away. But it's okay. I'm elemental. I can.
Right. It's a really sweet whistle.
And I'll have him double
Beaver
move.
beaver whistle.
Yeah, double move to get close to Asius to hopefully combat
next to
stuff.
You mean
Escanor.
Escanor?
Go
Well, I was
to
thinking
Escanor,
because you
I'm
were
moving-
charging in.
Yeah, but he's
ahead of me.
Yeah, he's
Oh, okay.
back
I'm
gonna
50 feet
end up
away.
passing
All
him
right,
up.
he'll get
All right,
as
so,
close as he can
so-
to Escanor.
Yeah, so Lucky begins charging in to support Escanor, and then Asius. That brings up you.
Alrighty, we are going to rage.
All right. Why are you rolling a
Don't-
die?
You succeeded.
And then
Oh, he
sudden
fails
charge.
at the rage.
Sudden charge.
He didn't
Okay.
remember how to drink, and he just poured it all over himself.
All right.
Gotta give myself my temporary hit points. Rage.
Okay. Yep. You rage up.
Sudden charge. 2 actions going in for 1 monster hit.
All right, buddy. Let's see it.
That
It
is
looks good.
31.
That is a hit.
Nice.
Do,
All right.
Wait, what is it now?
Do you want to use your hero point?
No.
Okay.
I do that so many times, and I don't have
This is
anything.
the Black Magga.
I don't care.
All right.
12, 17 damage, including one of it. 33 damage, including one of it being electricity damage.
Okay, so how much damage?
33 damage.
Okay, 33. Okay, well, not quite as much as the Searing Light spell, but
It was a good Searing Light spell.
it was a good Searing Light spell. But the creature is rocked, and this is an ancient creature from the beginning of time. It's massive, easily larger than several semi trucks, but as Asius, this barbarian, this hero of legend, swings in this massive dire maul into the side of it, the creature howls in pain as the massive hammer you feel crushes scales, ruptures organs, and snaps and breaks bones as the creature turns his head to you and with lightning speed for a creature this size attacks you. Now, due to the Black Magga's size, its strike action takes 2 actions.
Oh, wow.
But
And it's frightened one.
but it attacks like an AoE with a strike.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm right next to it.
Right, and they're
What's
still
the-
far away. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's the AoE of that?
It's not. Hopefully, it's not 25 feet.
no, it's just
Oh, okay.
it's just like a 3x3 square.
Oh,
So
okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
So basically, he targets one guy, and then he can hit everybody around him because it's like his
'Cause he's
mouth
so
is so
big
big.
and-
It's
yeah,
just
okay.
one attack.
Gotcha.
But Bob just hit him, and he's upset about
He's
that.
a little pissed.
He is a little pissed. Wow! Here comes the attack, Bob. It's gonna hit.
It's going to hit. Now, the
Well,
question
so you
is
could
it
roll
a
one.
crit?
You could roll one.
I mean, we're just
We got a 5% chance here.
we're just calling it what it is. Here we go. 43.
Oh, my gosh, critical.
I'm going to say that is a super crit, really. Holy shit.
43. How'd that do?
Critical.
Oh, that's critical?
Oh, I have
yeah.
25 AC. You almost double. You
I was gonna
almost.
say, you almost-
You
you
almost
almost
did 20
super
over.
crit.
Oh,
it.
that crit? Oh, okay. All right, well, here comes the damage.
Oh my gosh.
3d10 plus 16.
Oh, you'll be fine.
14, 30, 39, we'll say 40. 80 damage
Holy shit.
from the critical hits.
You better back the fuck up, man.
As the creature makes a massive blow, you just see like Asius disappear as the creature launches this massive attack, just boom, and crushes into him. Now that was his primary strike. He has 1 action left, and as he does that, one of his tentacles ripples up, and it's got a lot of reach because it's a big, huge
Okay.
octopus monster, and it's gonna ripple out at Burl and try to grab you, Burl.
All right.
But he does have a -5 penalty because of his multiple attack penalty.
And a -1 because he's frightened.
And a -1 because he's frightened. So that is a total of -6. So Burl, here comes the attack. It's versus your reflex. Oh no, he's a grapple. Versus your fortitude DC. I got a 25.
No, it's good.
Beat me by 9.
Yeah.
Whoa, no. Your fortitude DC.
DC is plus
At 10. So you beat it by 1.
Oh, 26.
Then he fails to grab you.
Yeah.
Good job, frightened.
So Burl basically waits, and then there's the tentacle thing. He goes, pew! Like a rocket, just shoots out.
Ain't never gonna catch me.
All right, well, that was the Black Magga. Escanor. Asius takes a massive hit.
Yeah,
Probably the biggest hit of the campaign.
That's the
I
most
think
I've
so.
ever taken.
Absolutely. Yes. That's huge.
I mean, those lightning bolts last
think,
round are
think,
pretty big.
think about how far you've come. I mean, think about low level if you had taken an 80 damage hit.
Yeah, I mean,
That would have been an instant kill.
was almost
not
all
a,
my
not a
stamina.
dying
Yeah,
condition.
yeah.
That would have been an instant death.
Yeah, I agree.
yeah. Well, I'm at 23/64. For the people at home, that's our stamina / our HP.
Right, because you had some temporary hit point first.
Yep. I
That-
lost that 13, and then I lost like 67 of the other.
of the other stamina. All right, Escanor, you're up next.
All right. I can attempt another demoralization check.
So
can't I?
yeah, he is no longer frightened.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So I can do that again. So I'm going to give that another shot.
Actually, after you demoralize a creature,
Or is it
Is
like
it
a
like once
failed,
per day?
Well, is it a failed attempt?
I think it is only on a failed attempt, but it's worth looking up just to make sure.
Devotion.
and to let the people
Devotion
at,
and
know,
accuracy?
at home know what's going on too, as we.
Demoralize. Regardless of your result, the target is temporarily immune to your attempts to demoralize it for 10 minutes. You can no longer. Now, someone else in the party can.
No,
but
right,
yes,
right,
Burrow
right.
could.
Burrow can potentially, but that's why I wanted to make sure because if I could continuously do that, that would be great.
Right. Now, that being said, if you think that you wanted to go with a demoralize, it might make sense, Escanor, for you to delay to Burrow if Burrow is going to throw out a demoralize first.
Yes.
And that's just the intimidate, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Send it my way.
All right, absolutely. I will delay then. That's
right.
the best
Burl.
action.
Yeah. So after getting his attention with the searing light,
Yeah.
and then him, starting to try to grapple me, I chuckle at him and then, try to demoralize him like, not so easy, spawn of the deep.
Ooh,
I like that.
Very
I like that
Nice.
too, man.
Well, I hope
That's
you
good.
succeed now.
Yeah,
That
no, I hope
spawn
you
of the deep.
suc-
Should have waited on that spawn of the deep comment.
All right, yeah, go for it, Matt. Hey,
33.
33. That's a success. He's frightened one again.
Yeah,
Spawn of the
buddy.
deep comment.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And I realized that Searing Light is my signature spell, which I can automatically heighten it.
You could
right?
cast it now as a 5th level or 4th level spell.
So I could get an extra 4d6.
If you cast it as 5th, is it heightened plus 2d6?
2d6, 2d6 to the good and 2d6 to the fire damage. So 46, and if I do it twice,
To
8d6. Yeah.
So that would be 18d6.
Yeah. So I'm going to cast it
What?
as a 5th level spell.
All right.
Holy.
Well, I sure hope you hit.
Yeah. I'm
your
ready.
first roll was
I'm ready.
super-
I'm ready to
super
use
good.
it. I'm ready to use a hero point.
Okay,
So-
okay.
But
All
we'll
right.
see. We'll see.
So, Burl, not that easy, huh?
And it's a supercharge.
Oh, yeah, right, exactly.
Ooh.
All right. So it's a 1627,
He's frightened one. It's a hit.
and then I can spend a hero
You
point.
can spend a hero point to make it a critical.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
And so the critical doubles all. Yeah. So
you
it's
How many? Do we have enough D6s?
Right, so the base damage
no.
the base damage is 5d6. But because he is a fiend, it is 10d6.
Yep.
But you are heightening it to 4 and then to 5, which means it's going to add an additional 4d6 of the regular damage.
Yep.
So it's 9d6. And then an additional 4 damage of the good damage. So that's another 9d6. So that is 18d6.
a lot of d6s.
Here, you need this whole pack.
Then, then when you roll that, it's a critical hit. We're going to figure out all the damage,
We'll double
and then we're going to double it.
Move this,
All right.
move this,
Do you
move
want this
thing.
whole pack?
I don't even know if it can all fit in this thing.
No, we got 8. Come on, we got 18.
of the regular
Two.
ones.
Oh, you
Oh,
got
yeah. Use the bigger
Okay,
ones.
all right,
Use the
that's
bigger
fine.
ones.
I had a mass amount.
Unless you want these
real
glowing
handily, so-
green
5,
ones
6,
that I have are
7,
super cool.
8, 9,
I got 2 here, and I got
10,
I got 3.
let
11,
it all come from
12,
Derek, so it's easy to
13,
return.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, my friend.
right.
Here you go.
So,
no.
folks at home, just know that one set of dice is not going to be enough when you guys play.
Well, if you're doing this ridiculousness, this is awesome.
Here comes Bill!
Man, there's so many dice. It's crazy.
All right, so you guys are going to hear elevator music while we count all these up.
No. The blast, it's not like a laser beam. It's like a it's like a drilling laser. He's just carving into it. 10 damage, 20 damage, 30 damage.
Can you, like,
40
arc it and, like,
damage,
cut off his head?
50 damage.
So that's one there.
Yeah, you're grouping them in 10, right? So we're at 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60.
64.
Plus,
Double.
plus the
Your
signature.
damage. Plus it's no,
Three-
it's not a signature.
Oh,
it's dangerous
Deadly.
sorcery.
Or dead-
Dangerous sorcery.
It is
So
a
it's-
signature which allows me to heighten it.
Yes,
it's
but it
also
gets plus
dangerous
3
sorcery.
more, right?
No, it's
Plus
plus the
5.
spell level. It's
Oh,
not
it's
a
because I heightened
5.
it to
Spell
5.
level.
So that's 64.
So 69.
So 69.
So 69, which make it 70. Double 140. Wow.
Well, I don't know how much health this thing had, but we've done 212
12.
damage. Why couldn't we do this last week?
And then 2 ogres come over.
Because we didn't fucking move.
Well, to be honest with the ogres last week, underestimated them. Like I didn't think that they were going to hit us with spells that were, and then hit us twice with the.
Yeah, Bob, you thought it was going to be a harem full of ogre women.
Yeah, and then I was going to fail so badly, and then critical fail on the fear.
Yeah.
It was
All
a
right.
cascading.
Burl lights this dude up.
Hell yes.
I do like that frightened that it helped. That
Oh,
was,
yeah.
That was a good call on the demoralize.
All right, Escanor, the Black Magga seems like it's in rough shape.
Yeah.
You might even say it's close to being bloodied.
Oh. I don't know if that's a good. That means he's almost dead or not.
No, bloody means half hit points.
So we know he's probably got around like 500 hit points or so.
All right. So, Escanor, what do you want to do?
All right, so
Burl, I'll say you have 1 round left on your flying.
So you need to definitely use an action.
move
I'll use a
down.
move action. Yeah,
Yeah.
next turn.
Jeez.
I'm going to let's see. You're wait,
I'm
where's
right
where's
next-
Where's Burl in relationship to me?
Burl's like,
Yeah, I'm behind
He's
you
just,
and
like,
above
kind of
you.
all
yeah,
over the
yeah.
place
He's
then.
like a
Okay.
Harrier
All right.
jet.
Yeah,
Just like,
just hanging out.
So what you're telling
he's like
me
an
is-
Apache helicopter doing close combat support while you guys are sitting there
So he
beating
just did
it
a
with
bombing
sticks.
run is what you're
yeah,
telling
he's just
me.
like boom, dropping laser. No,
Call
it's
in
like,
air support.
yeah, it's like sci-fi though because it's freaking laser beams of
That's awesome.
holy energy
Oh, I
lancing
could, like
down.
what's that? Final Fantasy, the movie, the movie with the animated thing where they have that like
Final
satellite
Fantasy
dish.
Spirits Within.
Spirits within that laser beam that comes in the satellite.
Yeah,
that's what I'm. That's what I'm
Burl's the
seeing.
satellite.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Okay. See, he's not going to crit, so I shouldn't use daze because crit fail will be stun 1, so that's not going to really help. Then.
Right. Newsflash: you should almost never use days.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I got that now.
all right, fair enough.
Tough lesson learned last time.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
It's all right, Nick. You got a respec coming for your character anyways. We'll figure it all out.
oh yeah. Mega overhaul.
Yeah.
What size is the Black Magga? Is it
Gargantuan
Oh my-
colossal.
Do we have
so
a
grapple's a no-go?
Grapples and
Do we have a mini just to not to represent it in battle, but just to see?
I mean, I don't have a mini per se, but
That big.
Is that one?
The
is
Red
that one
Dragon?
big enough?
Is
Or
the
that
Red
one's not
Dragon
big
about
enough?
the right
that one's not
size?
even big.
Is that base
my
big
God.
enough?
I mean, I'll have cool art.
Six by
Gargantua is
six?
5
I'll
by
have
6
I'll have,
by 6.
I'll have cool art for people at home, but
Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That thing's sweet.
That does look like a Nessie.
yeah,
Is it 6x6 or is it bigger than 6x6?
yeah, it would probably be like a 6x6.
So it's that square versus us is one square.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now
that's-
keep in mind, like that's like if it were like all coiled up, right? But it has
It's
like
spread
It has
out,
20-foot
yeah.
reach, so its tentacles are reaching all over the place. Its big head would be like up here, snapping down like this. So it's a big honking thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can't demoralize it again. I can't really.
All right, Esco, come on.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
I need something, Nick. I need something.
Can you?
If worst case to worst, you can delay to Azius.
Yeah, is there any?
You
any
can aid Azius.
that's what I was gonna say. Is there
Actually,
anything
that's a good
to do?
idea. I will aid Azius in. That's 2 actions, right?
One action.
Or 1 action. All right. So I will.
But you're going to need to close to combat because you need to be with Azius.
Correct. So if that's the case, then I will move.
Yep.
First action is to move.
Yep.
And it's a circumstance bonus, right?
Yes. You're
And
going to have to
then-
move twice because remember, he's sudden charged.
I'm
But
gonna-
I moved
once.
I moved
Yeah,
half.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
So,
yeah.
so I only have,
I'm
I
up
have to
next
take
to
1
it.
action to move. So I'm right next to you.
Yep.
And then can I raise my shield and then aid him?
You can.
All right. So then I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to raise my shield and then I'm going to aid.
You're gonna aid my
Azius.
attack roll.
I'm going to aid your attack roll.
Great.
Yes.
Sounds good. All right,
How,
Azius.
how are you aiding? Anything cool? Or just shouting at him?
Yeah, how are you aiding this attack? What are you doing?
Give me back my sword, you son of a bitch!
Yeah. Pretty much.
So there's a great way to do this.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see if you paid attention, Nick, to our combat and tactics attack,
Which you can watch right here.
which you can watch right here. Nick, how do you aid him?
I'm going to support him by kind of distracting the Black Magga then and assist with his attack roll and giving him. It's more it's plus.
It is a flat check
Right.
roll with your attack.
That is not the correct term.
Isn't it a flat check? That's what it's termed?
No, a flat check means you're just rolling a d20 and you don't add anything to it and you don't subtract anything to it. That's a flat check.
Oh, what do you call it when it says to get 20?
It's just DC 20.
Okay. You just gotta get a DC 20. Sorry, I was confused.
I got a
on the term.
DC 20 with my attack.
Attack roll.
Right.
All right,
So-
now.
And it could be other things too, right? Like you
That's
could-
right, Matt.
Yeah, that's why he was asking, I think,
Oh,
what
I see
you're
what you're
doing.
saying. So it could be like not based upon just my attack. It could be.
Could it be intimidation again?
Well, the best thing that you want to use, so this is, remember, for those of you at home, the way that aid works is it's a DC 20 check.
Yep.
Right.
If you succeed, now at this point in time, you guys should pretty much be auto succeeding at that.
Especially if
Yeah.
you're using some of your better skills.
Well,
or
Yeah, I
something.
mean,
it would
if you're using survival or something, that's horrible. But if you're using one of your better things, it's plus 20. Sorry, easy to get. If you succeed, you get a plus 1 circumstance bonus. If you critical, you get a plus 2 circumstance bonus, unless the thing that you are aiding with is master level, in which case it's a plus 3 bonus if you crit.
So the good news is I am a master in intimidation and athletics.
Correct.
So I can choose either one, but I would rather go with athletics because it's a 19 versus 18.
yeah, distract him with some push-ups.
That's exactly.
Well, yeah, I was trying to think
I
of
drop
what-
down and start doing it. Yeah.
no, I
Full
mean-
plate armor, bitch. What are you gonna do now?
I mean, no. I mean,
I thought you might grab his tentacles. or
yeah,
something.
Absolutely.
Escanor
No.
comes in there and he's
I'll
like, "You're
grab
not
his
going
tentacle.
anywhere," and he just
Absolutely.
grabs hold of him or bashes into him. Right? You can get kind of
Creative.
creative.
It's more
This is where
flavor
you
in that
roll
way.
it.
It's more flavor.
You're
in
not
that.
grappling him.
You're not actually
No,
grappling.
you can't grapple, but
Right.
I'm grappling.
Right. You can't. That's exactly right. Grapple, because grapple has very very specific mechanical consequences. Aid is how you describe it and how you're doing it. It's more of a flavor thing. Now you won't roll until Azius's turn,
Right.
but it is about to be Azius's turn, so it's fine.
Okay.
But the aid action is one action on your turn. And then when Azius goes to make his attack roll, you, as a reaction,
Correct.
will then make that DC 20 check.
Which means you can't use a reaction if you're using something else.
Agreed.
Okay, so Escanor, basically starts like grabbing onto one of the tentacles, pulls in the creature closer so that Azius can land a crushing critical.
Take him out, Azius.
I like to think that the tentacle, he's like stuck. He's just like whacking him around. He's getting beat up.
him right
Like, like Hulk with Loki in the Avengers
yeah.
Tower. As
Azius.
as Azius falls to the ground. No.
You are now prone.
Yes.
So do you have to roll now, or you roll?
Well,
He
technically,
thinks-
you would roll right as
Yes.
he's about
As
to
he-
make the attack.
Thinks as the he thinks about his ancient ancestors of the dwarven clan here, bringing forth
He is a big giant.
the
in a
heroes
sense, right?
before him.
Oh,
and
yes.
casts Hero's Call.
Here you go.
Okay, this gives you half my stamina back
This
because
is
we're
your
in combat.
This is your dwarf ancestor
Yep.
feat.
And gives me a +1 status bonus.
That's correct.
To my attack roll.
Yes.
So I'll
Nice.
get I'll get 45 stamina back.
I should note it casts the heroism spell on you, basically.
Yes.
And the heroism spell has a 10-minute duration, and it gives you a +1 status bonus to pretty much all your D20 rolls, basically.
Oh, I thought it was just attack roll. It is all D20 rolls?
I don't know.
I thought it was just attack rolls. That's at least what I wrote down.
How close
Let's
are
go
you
with
to
the all
the?
D20 because
if
that
it's
sounds
on the
better.
paper, that's what it is.
How close are you to the Maga?
He's
Naga?
able to hit him.
I'm
Oh,
on
he's
it.
like on it.
I hit him last turn.
Yeah.
So is casting a spell? Does that like a normal spell cast?
No,
or
he's not casting a spell in that respect.
It just has the benefits
So
of
you're
a
talking
spell,
about for
like attack of opportunity
Yeah,
or
okay.
something. But it's not technically
+1
a spell.
status bonus to all attack rolls, perception checks, saving throws,
Ooh.
and skill checks.
so basically everything.
Basically everything.
And how long does that last? That's pretty cool.
10
10
minutes.
minutes. Basically this entire fight.
That's,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
badass.
Heroism is like pretty much one of like the default best buff spells in the game, because at higher levels it becomes +2 and then +3.
Yep.
And
so
it's
this
pretty
one's
much
called
every.
Hero's Call, and it gives me half my stamina back, which I really like too, because I need that extra 45 HP. But now I have a little bit of boost from the aid, hopefully.
Well, maybe.
And at
Demoralized.
least he's demoralized 1, and I also get a +1 bonus.
So they're stacking up
I'm
bonuses.
trying to do it right.
All right, so Nick, now you can aid.
Yep.
All right, so
I'm
I'm
gonna
going to
hit
hit with
him.
my athletics.
Now here's the
then.
best part too. Athletics is sorry, make your athletics check. Go for it. Oh, that's definitely a critical.
38.
Yeah, so it's a critical.
He's like, who is this?
All right, so Escanor successfully aids with athletics, manhandling the Black Magga, giving Azius an easiest time
The
for a
tentacle
hit.
stops moving for a
I
second.
got him
right where I want him.
So that is a +3 circumstance bonus because of a crit to your next attack roll.
Yep.
You're at +1 status bonus from your heroism, so you're at +4 on top of your normal attack roll, which is
19,
so now it's
23.
23,
Yep.
and his armor class is 1 lower.
Yep.
So that is a
Doesn't say
1,
he's
2,
fighting
3,
one.
4, 5-point differential.
Yep.
The only thing you aren't doing to this guy is flanking it.
Yes. Now, what are you guys doing?
Well, you have to be like in the water
I
behind
need you to
it.
be like the other 6
yeah,
squares over there.
Lucky's en route. He'll get there.
All right, Bob.
All right, 23 plus.
Come on, man. Are you fucking kidding me?
You got that hero point?
That only goes into a
That's a failure.
well, I guess if his AC was so low, it could be a fail, but that's a critical fail.
That's a super crit failure after all that. Oh my fucking god.
You can't get a
All right,
reroll?
well, we're
You
cutting
could if
him
it
a
was
reroll.
regular hero points.
What's that?
If it was regular hero points, you get a reroll, but it's not.
That's true. I mean, you can still use it for a reroll.
Oh, you can still use it for a reroll?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
You can use that hero point for a reroll.
But it's risky because you could roll a 1
I
again.
know.
Can I use my hero point to
No,
super aid and
no,
give him
we're
a reroll?
talking about that, but this seems like the opportunity that might be wise, since I have this big bonus.
You have a 5-point swing that we just
All right,
threw
And he's
away.
not half dead yet.
You're rerolling?
Yes.
All right.
Goodbye hero point. This is Bob does not hold on to hero points long.
No,
Azius
he
doesn't hold.
That was a nat 1, by the way.
Oh, it's awful.
I don't know if he's... All
There we
right.
go.
Not a nat 1.
27.
That is impossible.
37.
We're always off by 1 order of 10.
1 order of 10. I got a 14. I'm at 24. I got a 26. That's pretty good. Oh, I'm at 37.
37.
Math.
Yeah,
Math is-
37.
37. Does
just
that
wait-
say
Tell me that's
critical?
a crit.
Critical hit.
Yes. Good hero point.
Oh yeah,
just
this
wait
will
till
juice.
So just think
I
about that.
realized my attack bonus is 17, not 16. So
Just think about that.
should have hit him by one more. And
right.
One hero
problem
point
is-
went from a crit failure to a crit
My
success.
frightened 2 doesn't. It's gonna be worthless, but whatever.
All right.
We did. Let's see. That's 12. 17 plus 16, 33, 66
66
damage. He also becomes prone
Not prone, yeah.
and frightened 2.
So he's
For the turn.
swimming. He's doing the backstroke. Right
Yeah,
now?
I mean, it's more of a narrative knocked prone, you know, like
Right,
he's
right,
disoriented, he's disrupted, he's suddenly flat-footed because he is prone.
Yep.
But, you know, you could think of it as he just crushes this guy with like a massive home run golf, you know, Billy Madison,
sort of like-
Happy Gilmore
Happy
swing.
Gilmore
He
did.
just Happy Gilmore's the creature. Because the creature's head comes down and you just
Price is
smash
Wrong,
him.
bitch.
And you crush into the side of the creature's head. Black blood sprays out. You can hear like the creature's like face bone crack as his like cheekbone cracks, and a bunch of teeth go spraying out of the creature's face as Azius crunches his. He
That
is now
is my
flat.
turns.
He's now flat-footed and frightened too, but
and knock prone, right?
and technically prone.
So he has to waste an action to get up if he
Or
wants to.
judging by what I've seen in every other episode, they just attack me from the ground and whoop my ass.
Then. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Actually,
Ooh.
he's gonna stand up.
Attack of opportunity.
Yes.
and
my
he still
aid-
has all of his.
He's frightened too
He
and
doesn't get
flat-footed.
he doesn't have the aid, but I do get my +1.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait a minute. What did you do on your turn? You just attacked.
No, my hero's called.
Okay, well,
That's
how
a 2-action
It's a
spell.
2-action.
Right.
Okay, so this is just regular. This would be a 2-point swing, but this is my full bonus.
Yep, your full
And-
bonus.
and so this is gonna be
you
20.
get your heroism bonus.
Yes, this is
Well-
20
well,
plus
he
whatever.
gets-
He is
gets-
flat-footed.
Yes.
And he is
and
frightened
that's
too.
frightened
but that's his
But
AC.
that's on me.
That's his AC. I swing for 20 plus whatever
well,
this roll
wait,
is.
Nick, he's frightened too now.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
frightened too.
Because
okay.
Bob crit him with the greater fear
So
crystal.
it's -4 for him.
You got it.
That is gonna be 25.
That's a hit.
There we go.
All right.
Just regular damage this time, guys.
Yeah, just regular.
That's
yeah.
fine.
15, 18 plus 20, so 34.
Cool.
Not bad.
Then the creature takes 2 stride actions and moves out using its swim speed into the lake and submerges.
That mother trucker.
Escape. Usually we kill them before they escape.
That mother trucker.
All right, now I turn into a water elemental and I
Yeah,
give
bring
chase.
him back, bitch.
I pursue.
All right. So the creature disengages, and because it has a swim speed, I mean, it moves pretty quick. It's like, you know, burl in the air, but in the water. it flees. It's like I
just
don't
hightails it out of here.
know. I don't want to stick around for this. But with that critical hit from Bob, the creature becomes bloodied. It is below half of its
The
hit
best
points.
is if I would have crit him on my attack of opportunity and he would have went back to prone. He'd been real pissed.
And then, why would he come back to prone? You're not Danny. You're not standstill.
You don't do that. Yeah. You wouldn't have knocked him back. You would have just.
If he stands up and I crit,
But the attack of opportunity happens before he stands up. That's why he's still flat-footed. Got it.
Yeah, you don't have what.
All right, let's keep this momentum and go
still,
get those
stand
ogres. We'll show
Go
them.
back and get my sword.
Yes.
did the people survive and
Okay.
anybody survive inside the church?
Oh, everybty, because you
Well, not
fought off the
everybody.
crew. Well, a couple people.
People
died.
got eaten or
The one he
broke.
grabbed and
Yeah, but
Yeah, that one probably.
But
No coming back
Burl's
for him.
quick thinking, but more importantly, the entire town just watched you 3 drive off the legendary.
This is more for your hype man skill.
yeah, and that's what I'm going to say. Let it be known. Forget about the ogres. That was just a scratch on the story of the Knights of Last Call. Pay attention to the Black Naga. That's where you'll remember our
Legends.
heroes.
Well,
Legends
if,
have been written.
if you were a good hype man, you would never have told the story of how we failed. at the
Oh, yeah, we
ogres.
didn't.
He
All right,
tripped.
well,
Yeah,
well,
we
you
ran away.
have
Yeah, you tripped down the
accomplished.
stairs.
You have accomplished the mighty and heroic task of not only
Not dying.
defeating the town, not only saving the town and saving the people that were trapped inside of the town hall, but to do so, you did it by defeating the Black Magga.
Oh no, defeat. We
Well, I
sent
mean,
it into retreat.
Listen, for
If
900
he ain't here, we won.
for 5,000 years of warfare, defeat is defined as they ran away.
That's true.
The number of times that an army in history has been literally routed to a man is pretty small. Yeah, the massive ancient creature of legend retreats into the deeps, being like, "I've been around for 1,000 years. I'm not about to fuck
This is
around
like
and find out."
that demon werewolf thing that came back after 1,000 years, and we killed it. He was like, "Dang, I was going to teleport out of here."
Yeah, this guy learned. He's like, he got the message. He's like, "Oh, I heard what happened to Bob.
Fuck that, I'm out."
I heard what happened to Bill."
What's his name? Malfasheknor? Malfasheknor.
So if I didn't say so already, for saving the town and defeating the Black Magga, you guys get a hero point.
Yes. Is there a max?
I love my hero points.
There is not.
All right.
I don't know what a max is because I don't have them long enough to.
So the max for you is 1.
Yeah, the max for me is 1. Use them so fast.
So incredibly, the group has managed to drive off the Black Magga, and Turtleback Ferry has been saved. And over the intervening minute or so, or 2 minutes during these harrowing times, the rush of floodwaters. Now, obviously, the town is still littered with debris and sand and dirt and rocks and bits of trees,
Magga blood,
Magga blood, Magga scales, from the flood, the pulse of floodwater. But it becomes apparent to you that the Storval Deep has not completely collapsed because the amount of water behind there, it's a 100-foot tall dam. Like, it would just be like a tidal wave that would just wipe everything out. Instead, it seems that something has happened, and some amount of damage has occurred to the dam, which must have let some water out along with the Black Magga, which is said to have lived up in the Storval Deep and has now been washed away down the river to civilized lands. Great stuff.
With those turtle people that I kicked away.
And our next
poor
session,
woman and children are probably going to be Black Magga snacks.
For our next session, join us for Engineers of the Last Call, where we're going to be going up and fixing the dam. Grab your nails, grab your hammers. We're going up.
Needless to say, the townsfolk are still pretty stunned, but more importantly, they are like, wow, that was incredible. I can't believe, like, in one moment, the Black Magga, the terror of ancient times, is real. We've always heard the rumors and the legends, and crazy people said, I saw a dark shape up in the lake, and oh my God, it's real. It's like if Nessie was real, and then 3 people beat its ass. And you're like, oh, well, that was a little underwhelming. I can't believe we were afraid of that thing for so long, but it really highlights just how powerful you guys are.
Not be afraid of the Magga, but how awesome we are.
That's right.
Still, the locals are all like, we can't believe it. Malin Shree, the mayor, comes over. He goes, I thought that was it. The end times. It had always said that when the Black Magga arose, that the end of the world would begin. And yet, here we are, still standing. I saw what you did from the top of the tower. The whole town did. Heroes. Knights of Last Call.
That's right. Spell it right, too.
Hear, hear.
Oh, I thought it was N-I-G-H.
We only act during the night.
Yeah, we only take during the night. But I thought that the town was for sure destroyed. The Storval Deep, held back by the Skull Crossing Dam, must have begun to be destroyed. For millennia, as far as anyone's known, the dam has worked automatically. Something. Now, the dam itself was constructed in ancient times, in the era of the Runelords, by the Runelord Karzoug, who used to hold dominion over these lands. He built the dam as one of the last things that he did. No one's ever really figured out how it did, but all we know is that when the spring rains were really heavy, it hasn't happened in a long time. When I was a young boy, there was a really heavy rain season, but at some point, some sort of mechanism triggered in the dam, and the floodgates opened to allow the pressure release.
Interesting.
But this rain,
Well constructed.
this ancient rain, or this accursed rain has been falling. No release has occurred.
So something stopped it from doing so.
It is. Now, we went up there a couple of years ago to start looking into it because we thought, well, we don't actually know how this thing works or why it works. Maybe we should take a look into that. But a lair of trolls known as the Skull Taker tribe has taken up residence on the dam itself and in the caverns and caves beneath it. And
Trolls, not ogres, right?
No,
trolls.
trolls.
Trolls. Psh.
Yeah, and they
Weak to fire.
They've driven of us, so we never had a chance to really actually get up there and understand what was happening. When the rain started, we tried to send some people up there, but again, the trolls drove us away.
Dang skull takers.
Yeah, so I'd ask that you, if you could you travel to the Skulls Crossing Dam and figure out what's going on? And
We should probably take a look at it anyway, because how bad's the damage?
right.
Yeah, I mean, hell yeah, we're flying high now after last.
Hi,
we're doing good.
We are not only Warriors, we are engineers.
We are far from a rich village, but if we can prevent an even more devastating flood, you've already saved this village twice. You've defeated the ogre threat at Fort Rannoch, and now saved our town from the flood of Black Magga. But if the Skulls Crossing Dam is destroyed, this entire town will be wiped clean. We do not have much.
Is my chainmail still intact in that room?
Luckily, again, it wasn't a full flood, so
Good. It's a little wet.
No,
It was on the second floor. You're fine.
Yeah, I threw everything on the second floor. We're good. Go get my chainmail back. Thank you.
But what I can offer you is a small amount in behalf of the town's appreciation for what you've done and as a way of saying thank you.
As well as keeping the tap open at the tavern.
Well, that I can definitely manage.
Yeah.
I can offer you 1,000 gold pieces.
Yes,
I can
that's-
accept it.
Yeah, it's the least we can do. I guess 333, 333, 334. Okay, good job.
I know that heroes of your legendary status should deserve more, but it is all that our town can manage. We'd been saving it for a rainy day, but
Actually,
No pun intended.
keep 1 gold for yourself.
great.
Keep the taps open at the bar.
999 only, please.
That's evenly divided by 3. No one gets any more share. We tip them gold back.
Escanor, you take the money. Okay, Burl, you take the
Hell
money.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There ain't no quality.
I need to replace my sword somehow, man.
All right, good to know. All right. Well, had they not taken the money, they would have got an extra hero point. You're like, no, but I need cash. They left all that treasure up at the Fort Rannoch.
Yeah, I and my sword. So yeah, I'm
No,
I'm
you
hurting
didn't
pretty bad.
leave that. You threw that
You
down and ran
sacrificed
away.
it.
Very heroic.
I sacrificed it for Burl, so who did such an eloquent searing light shot. It was the right call.
Escar, I will help you purchase a new +1 sword. I've got.
That's probably so much money.
I haven't spent any, so I have 776 gold.
Oh
so
my
I could help you. We'll get you a nice sword.
Get you the prettiest sword in all the land.
it'll be real nice.
Well, let's
Seems
see.
like a good stopping point, though.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do here again, we're on a big film day, but we're gonna probably break this up into a couple different episodes just to make it a little bit easier to watch. So we're gonna wrap this episode up here. Just a reminder that if you're enjoying this content or any of our other content, please like, subscribe, click the bell icon so that you're notified whenever we release new content, and always leave a message. Our channel is not very big, so we really have an opportunity to really pretty much read everything that everybody says, and
And if you really want to get in touch with Derek and or any of the knights, joining the Patreon gets you access to the Discord.
That Discord is blowing up.
Absolutely.
The Discord's kind of crazy, but it's awesome. We have a great community in there of a lot of like-minded individuals. and
also
it's
as
great.
a small community or a small channel, we don't make a lot of money from YouTube. And obviously we try to keep our production values pretty high, as best as we can do, with pretty good cameras and pretty good audio equipment, and we're always trying to make that better. So Patreon is really what allows us to do that. And so for the people who are supporting us on Patreon, that means a huge deal for us. So if you do really want to support us a lot directly, that's the best way to do it.
You know who you are on Patreon.
Yes, thank you very much
Thank
to
you
our
all.
patrons. And of course, thank you to all of you who have watched and stuck with us. So we're going to pick this up in a few minutes our time. It'll be probably a few days or weeks your time, but we're going to go into
Stay tuned for the next one.
as the Knights of Last Call have accomplished the incredible and the mighty and have driven off the Black Magga and saved Turtleback Ferry. But far up in the Storval Deep, in the shadow of the Hook Mountain, something is awry at Skulls Crossing Dam. The rains, driven by unnatural power, fill the dam to capacity and threaten to overtop it. And if that were to happen and the dam were to collapse, not just Turtleback Ferry, but perhaps dozens of communities downriver from the Skulls Crossing Dam would be wiped clean by a powerful wave of surging waters and rivers. And the realization that dozens and dozens of members of Turtleback Ferry are all marked with the Sihedron rune, and knowing who knows how many more in other towns and villages along the way. things are amiss, the group will set it right. Next time on Knights of Last Call.